gonna tell you guys something because we're family. Okay? I'm gonna tell you something I don't tell a lot of people. I don't even feel black some days. I feel like an alien that snatched a black bite and didn't do any research at all, didn't do anything, didn't read a book, didn't watch a movie, doesn't know what Boys in the Hood is, but loves trains. Just wanted to be good at sports ever since I was little, be really good at sports, impress my friends and stuff. But I'm such a theater nerd that one time I was talking about football and forgot the word quarterback. And I saw him and I panicked. I saw him and I was like, oh, he plays the lead. He's not one of the understudies on the bench. He's a star. He's the best one. I only played football once. I was 10 years old. Little league, made me a lineman. That's the right response. Because now it's my job to protect the main character. This isn't even the part that I auditioned for, all right? I would have loved the role of team manager or something backstage. But of course, the kid across from me is the black dude from the Green Mile, so he's the biggest person I've ever seen in my entire life. And they blow the whistle, and he hit me so hard that there was a divot in the ground where my shoulder went in. I got up, I ain't even telling anybody that I quit. I just started walking off stage. I started walking up, I was done. Took off my football costume, because that's what I called it. I was done. I wasn't gonna play more, but then the director runs up and gives me a speech about being a quitter. I was like, obviously, sir, you didn't see what just happened, okay? I might be 10 on my right side for the rest of my life. And then they make this big kid come up and apologize to me, which he shouldn't have to do. You know, it's not his fault. I should be also there playing Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh or something. But he walked up to me, towering over me, blocking out the sun, leaning over me, and was like, I'm sorry. It's like, that's interesting. That's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're all 10 here, sir. Why are you 32, okay? I didn't even make it to intermission. There was no way I was getting through 4 acts of that game. I was done. I moved on to basketball, which was a different mistake. I thought needing height to play basketball was a suggestion. It's not. I was walking home one day and these kids on the public court asked me if I want to play a game of pickup with them. And I don't know, you know, I ran home and ran back real fast because I don't know if you play pickup with a bunch of strangers, but it's like having friends. I was very excited. So I ran home and ran back some shorts that were far too short. I was out there looking like a dad, just like, you're not getting past me, buddy. Are you not gonna, no. It's one of the worst mistakes in my life. This kid, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, jumped over me and dunked. I'm guarding him and he just flew away. Which should be against the rules. If he's allowed to fly, I should at least get a knife to cut an Achilles or something. Like, you're not gonna fly over me twice, sir. This dude jumped over me and dunked the ball so hard that he cracked the glass on the backboard. The ball hit me on top of my head. I hit the ground. He hung there for a second and then landed, straddling me, got his face this close to mine and was like, ooh. He dunked on me so hard that night I dreamed he was my dad. Like, I've been visiting more people now that things are opening up and stuff, and I went to visit one of my friends who I haven't seen since before any of the pandemic. You know, I haven't seen him in a whole year. And he lives with his mom, his dad, his grandma, and his cousin. And it was so good to see all of them hang out a little bit, catch up and stuff. But while I was there, not sure how to... While I was, basically, my boy's grandma got a crush on me, and I don't know what to do about it. And I heard a couple ahs. This is not a Hallmark crush, all right? This woman has carnal intentions towards my body, okay? She's not messing around. Okay, I was hanging out there, and first of all, she wait till everybody leave the room to hit on me. That's how you know she a predator, okay? She wait till she can make it he said, she said, right? So then everybody left the room for a different reason. She got right up on me, just in my face, all over me. And I tried to let her down easy. I tried to make it scientific about the pandemic, you know? I was like, ma'am, we should social distance. Because, you know, right now I'm not vaccinated, you're not vaccinated, okay? And you're in a high-risk demographic. I would hate for something to happen to you, all right? That's what I said. And then she went, oh, sweetie, I'm high risk and high reward. So I just stuck to my buddy like glue. Anywhere he went is where I went in the house. I was right behind him everywhere he went. I just didn't want to be left alone with her again, because that means she's aggressive, okay? And I'm not gonna lie, she old, but I think she faking it. Because she's old, but she's fast. Because we would leave the room, and she wouldn't be in the room with us at all, and I would turn around, she'd just be right behind me. I'm like, are you running? How are you doing this? But she was behind me, and she pinched my butt. And pinching butts is that old lady sexual harassment that nobody cares about, you know? Even if I tell people, like, she got me, all right? They're like, well, she's 85. You should have been faster, okay? Honestly, just move. But she did. She pinched my butt and then whispered in my ear, you firm like my mattress. It's like, oh my God. Oh my God. I am going to leave. And so I left, and I don't know how, but she got my number. I think she got it out of my buddy's phone when he wasn't paying attention. And she has been sending me non-stop thirst traps, okay? But they're granny thirst traps, so it's just pictures of food that she cooked. But still, there is innuendo involved, you know? She sent me a picture of a cobbler and then texted me under it, I could break you off some if you want to come on through. I was like, I am going to throw my phone in the river. I hate this way more than I love my phone.
There's a new face app, a new thing to do with your face in your phone. I'm not gonna lie, I think that is for white people. It shows you what you're gonna look like 30 years from now. Black people know. It's the same. I'm 45.
I developed a lot of pet peeves in the pandemic, you know? A lot of things that didn't bother me before that definitely bother me now. Really upset me. Like, I'm done with horoscopes. You can read yours, but don't read me mine, okay? And I say I'm done because they're too esoteric for me, you know? You'll find love in love's place when love's ready to do love's thing. You think? Wow. You basically just said something's gonna happen eventually. That's your prediction. I would just rather a horoscope with less words. That would make me happier. I would rather open up a newspaper, go down to where it says Pisces, and it just says, don't. I'm sure I was gonna do something dumb that day. The other reason I'm done with them is because, you know, everybody here was born. Everybody here's got a sign, whether you believe in it or not. Everyone has one, right? How did everybody's horoscope miss a global pandemic? It was coming whether you were like a Leo or a Libra or like the scales or the dolphin and the dog, whatever it is. It was coming no matter what. So I still have people who have the nerve to read me by horoscope. And like, it says something very special is on the way for you. Really? It couldn't have said mask up March 15th? That would have still been mysterious.
I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, but I was fired from being in a gang. They kicked me out because I was too positive. They were like, "Why you always smiling, dog?" I'm like, I mean, none of us are dead or in jail, and we're a gang. They also kicked me out because I apologized too much. Our drive-bys sounded like, sorry. Like that's... After a while, I saw their point, you know? And even when it came down to it, and they were kicking me out, and I was like, I just want to hang out with my friends, and you guys are my friends, and now I don't know what I'm gonna do. Why do I have to leave? And they were like, bro, you giggle.
Last year was tough because I also lost people, you know? We all did to a certain degree. We lost people, and some of the people that I lost, like I had a friend who passed away, and he passed away during the height of infection, so we couldn't gather, we couldn't go all be together and mourn him properly. And so we had to have a Zoom funeral. I don't know if you've been to a Zoom meeting. But this had all the awkwardness of a Zoom meeting, but added as a funeral. It was terrible. Because at least at a funeral, at a real funeral, right? We're all facing the body. We're all collectively facing the same direction, looking at the body. And on Zoom, we are all facing each other. And I'm not gonna lie, not everybody looks upset enough for me, okay? There's some people whose screens are blue. I'm like, you playing Cyberpunk. I could already tell. Why are you blue and nobody else is blue? There was one dude that was just eating chips. Like, how you gonna let him eat the chips? He's just eating chips and then take it off because then he making noise eating the chips. Completely unmuted. It's just Preacher Pringles, Preacher Pringles, Preacher Pringles. I know you at your house, but this is a funeral. No, it was horrible. People didn't know they weren't muted. There was one dude that was like, it's a funeral. No, it's a funeral. Willie died. I told you Willie died. Look, he on the screen right here. Come look. Come look. They got him all messed up, though. They messed up that last haircut. I wouldn't let him bury me like that. That's terrible. Oh, my God. I'm not muted. I'm not muted. Preacher got on there. And here's the thing. There was at least one family member that was allowed to be at the funeral home with the preacher, with the body and everything. And they said that he preached a really uplifting sermon, you know, especially if you grew up Christian or something. He used all the things we've all heard before. You know, he got up there, acted like it was a full church house, even though it was just a webcam and one person. And he was like, see, Willie may be dead. We already know that. We know Willie dead, okay? But his body is dead. His soul is up there with the Redeemer, all right? His soul is with the one that ascended, all right? It's with the one that ascended. Willie out there doing moonwalking with Jesus right now. Don't mourn for Willie, all right? Willie having a good time up in the clouds. No pain, no suffering, okay? Willie in a better place now. Willie may be dead, all right? But he is not gone, all right? Sure. But his connection had a lag. So all we heard on our end was, Willie! Ass! Dead! Gone! I'm like, that about sums it up, but that's pretty rude. I do know what one of my problems is. I lived alone too long. You know? I think everybody should live alone and be single for at least a year, you know, get to know yourself, right? Right? You get to figure yourself out, because maybe it's you. You know, you get to live alone, get to be single, get to figure out what's going on in here. But if you do it too long, you just evolve into a monster. Just have a downward spiral. The first few months of living alone that you live alone are the most liberating months of your entire life. And the next months of living alone that you live alone are the most depressing months of your entire life. I had the weekend off the first month I ever lived alone. I was like, ooh, looks like somebody's gonna be naked for the next 3 days. I gotta wear clothes for nobody. I'll be naked over here, it's gonna be great. I had that same weekend off 6 months later. I was like, what's the point of clothes? Now, I knew I was depressing my friends. I started getting gifts that were purely just to keep me alive. I just started getting puzzles left and right. My one friend, he gave me a cake, which would normally be nice, but he gave me too much cake. He gave me 7/8 of a huge, huge chocolate birthday cake. And I think in his head, he was like, this will keep him alive at least a week, and then I've done my part. I can't babysit. You know? But living alone, being single, that's too much freedom. I need a girlfriend or a roommate now just to shame me back to reality. You can do whatever you want. I can do whatever I want, no consequences, anytime I want. I got in the shower with an umbrella to see how it would feel. You looking at me like you don't know what I'm talking about. I got naked, all right? Got in the shower, turned the water, and lifted the umbrella. I was like, it does feel like rain. Will someone call today? Oh, it's just like being outside. Except I control the weather. I just want people to be happy. And I feel like we can be happy if we get out of our own way. Like, I have friends who are dating, trying to date in New York and stuff, and especially my female friends will talk to me about their troubles trying to date in like metropolitan city, trying to date in the age of the apps and everything. And I even had one friend, she came to me with this list, and it was the list of everything that she wanted in a guy, you know? And I told her honestly, because I care about her, I need you to take that list and throw it in the trash, all right? Burn it if you have to, if that will help you forget the memory. I'll tell you right now, there's only 3 things. There's only 3 attributes that you could hope for in a guy that you're gonna make a partner. There's only 3. You need to pick 2, okay? You need to pick 2 of those 3. Whichever 2 you can live with. And move on, because you're not gonna get all 3. I hate it for you, but it's not gonna happen. I'll go over them right now. There's good dick, good person, got his shit together. You need to pick 2 of those 3. Whichever 2 work for you, and move on. And if he has 1, leave. Don't let a 1 ruin your life. Just 1? Honestly, I have friends complain to me about their 1s, and I'm falling asleep listening to the story because it's just boring. It's like, well, you told me you had 1 to begin with, so what are we really talking about? If he's just a good person, doesn't have good dick, doesn't have his shit together, just a good person, that's a friend. Like, that's... Y'all can hang out on the weekends, go to museums. I don't know why you're trying to force more, you know? If he's just good dick. Just good dick. Not a good person. Doesn't have his shit together. Just good dick. That's literally a dildo. That's what a dildo is for. Why are you stressed out? Make a mold of his dick in his sleep and leave. Nobody puts their vibrator back in the drawer like, Eva got my birthday. Like, that's... It's not gonna happen if you treat it like what it's for. Because you're not gonna get all three. And I hate it for you. I really do. Sincerely. And every time I have this conversation with my friends, sometimes they get upset. Not every time. Sometimes they do get upset. And they're like, no. No, he has all three. No. No, he has all three. I know it. I feel it. I feel it here and here and here. No. He has all three. If you really think he has all three, he's gonna kill you. All right? That is a murderer putting on a facade, okay? I'm sure all 33 women thought Ted Bundy had all three, you know? Saying like, no, Ted, it's just nice, you know? It's just nice to meet a guy that like has his shit together as a lawyer and everything, and like knows his way around the bedroom, knows how to listen. Why are you looking at me like that? Oh, like that's how it went every time. You want to know what bothers me? What really upsets me? What even scares me a little bit? I don't know which two I am. Because I don't get to decide, you know? That's another person's decision about me. I'm scared I'm gonna be laying back with my girl years from now, right? Years from now, just laying back, we're talking about this, and I lean over to her, and I'm like, I'm good dick and a good person, right? And she's like, you have a great job, all right? Trying to be a good person. I feel like the person that you are in a split-second decision, that's who you really are. You know, when you don't get to weigh the options or worry about what people might think, you know, that snap decision, that's you in here. I'll give you an example. I was walking down the street in New York. This dude was walking down the opposite side of the street from me, just texting and walking in his own little world, just like texting and walking. And then he walked out into the street, but he didn't have the light. And cars are coming right at him, and he has no idea because he's still just texting and walking, just in his own little world, just texting and walking. And then, without thinking, I saw a car that was like coming right at him, and I just ran for him as fast and as hard as I could and tackled him out of the way of a car and ended up saving his life. And not 8 hours later, I grabbed an old lady by the face so I didn't fall down. The same person did both those things in the same day, all right? Not a full 8 hours later, okay? Not a full shift at Denny's later, I'm walking, and I slip on a grape because I'm a child, and as I'm falling, I reach for anything to keep my balance, okay? And I'm not looking, but I know it's a face, all right? I knew it was a face immediately. My finger went in her mouth, okay? I fish hooked an old lady so I didn't fall down. And why should I? I'm a hero. When I was trying to take a break from my phone, you know what I really missed? My phone. I did. It was like, it hurt. It was weird. It's hard to even explain. You know? And it's when it occurred to me that no one will ever love anyone as much as you love your phone. I know it sounds sad to say, but it's true. It is. You know? I've had conversations with people, deep, long conversations, where I was like, wow, right now in this moment, I think I'm making a friend for life. I've opened up to this person more than I've opened up to anyone in years. And eventually, they do just pull out their phone and start like checking some. And that's supposed to be rude, but it's not rude. The phone is better. It is. You can do anything you want on the phone, and I'm just yapping about my parents' divorce. They pull out the phone like, this is way better than what was happening 2 seconds ago. Oh, my God. Oh, he's still going. He is a mess. You know? drop my phone sometimes. I don't know if anyone else here does. But think about the noises you make when you almost drop your phone. The true heartbreaking noises that you make. It hadn't even hit the ground yet. You're like, oh, 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 oh. That was just it slipping through one finger. It's still in your hand, but you, oh, 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 oh. And you mean it. It's coming from deep in here. It's coming from the heart. You couldn't mean it more. It's biological in you to make that noise when you're dropping your baby. Now think of the noises we make when we see actual car accidents. Oh, that's messed up. I hope everybody okay. That looks terrible. You see how those should be reversed? Because truly, I drop my phone and I go through all 5 stages of grief. I really do. You know, I drop it, it hits the ground, denial. That's not a crack, that's just a hair, all right? That's just a hair, and as soon as I wipe it, I'm gonna be Gucci, okay? My phone is fine. I did not just mess up my phone just now. I'm good. Anger, fuck! I can't believe I just dropped this phone right outside the Apple store. I am standing, I bought it 6 seconds ago. Cashier still looking me in the face. He waving at me. And I dropped this phone through these brittle fingers. Bargaining, that's just the case. That's the case whole job is to be like the Secret Service of the phone and take the hits for the phone. So that's what it just like a little soldier. It took that hit, it cracked. My phone is fine though. Depression, my ex was right. I don't handle responsibility well at all. And that's why she left, and honestly, I think she made the right move. Acceptance, you know what? I just don't deserve nice things. Okay? I don't know where I get off getting it. I should have got a Nokia like I deserve.
So I'm gonna start off by saying I get broken up with a lot, all right? Usually by text message. And just so you know, if you do that, you're bogus, all right? Most recent time I got broken up with in a text message, I had terrible food poisoning, all right? So I was at home on the toilet dealing with my food poisoning, okay? So I'm sitting there on the toilet and my ankle buzzed. My ankle buzzed, sir, because that's where my phone is when it's in my pocket and my pants are down, all right? So my ankle was shaking, so I had to answer my ankle. I don't want you to be confused going forward, okay? And so I went in my ankle, I answered it, flipped open my phone, because that liberal arts degree turned out real well. So I flipped open my phone, read the text message, and it said, I don't love you. I don't think I ever loved you. I don't think I could ever love you. It's over. Now I feel like I've lost everything. Because not only do I have terrible diarrhea, but a complete stranger just broke up me. This is a wrong number. I don't know who this is. But then I text her back like, babe, we can make this work. All right,
I was awkward before, but I'm insufferable now. I am almost a year out of practice from being weird. Like I go on walks, and I remember I left the house for this walk, right? And while I was on it, I bumped into a guy. And we bumped into each other hard because we both just weren't paying attention. And when I bumped into him, I immediately whipped around to apologize. But when I turned around, he was standing there, and a gun had fallen out of his waistband. And so I looked at the gun, and I looked at him. And he looked at the gun, and he looked at me. And here's the thing, I was raised in the South, right? So I was raised to be polite. I was raised to, make people feel comfortable, be affable and everything. So out of pure instinct, I knelt down to pick up this man's gun. And about halfway down, I was like, let me not put my fingerprints on this loose gun. He doesn't even have a holster. I am sure he is gonna do something illegal with this gun. And so I just stood back up, and then he knelt down, and he picked it up, and he put it back in his waistband. And we just stared at each other. And then I went, evening. I've never in my life. Evening, sir. I don't know why, but I felt like if I skipped, he wouldn't shoot me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a moving target. So, as I was on a walk, because that's all I do now. Just leave the house and walk till I get tired and then come home and fall asleep and walk again. I'm basically my own dog. Because during lockdown, what else could you do? You could only go for, everything was closed. You know? And so, I was on this walk and I actually got to see a public proposal. And I saw this guy stand in front of this woman, and he took a step back and he knelt. He whipped a ring out, he popped it open, asked her to marry him. And then she hit him in the head with a rock. And I am not a relationship expert, but that seems like a hard no. That's a fast pass right there, you know? And I don't know them. I don't know what's going on with them or anything, so I just had to insert something for myself. And if I'm being honest, last year, a lot of people moved in together real quick. They were like, listen, it's the end of the world. I'm not paying 2 rents, all right? Let's just live together. I like you enough. We'll survive. So people partnered up, and maybe that's what happened to them. They partnered up early in the pandemic, and every day, he fell more and more in love with her. And every day, she got sicker and sicker of him. You know, month 2, they're sitting at the breakfast table. And he's just looking at her. He's just thinking. He's not saying anything that's out loud. He's just thinking, wow. The world may never be normal again. The world may be changed forever as we know it, and I get to be sitting across from this beautiful woman. This amazing woman that she even eats cute. Look at her eating her cereal. Little bites. She's just too cute, you know? And then she's sitting across from him thinking, is this motherfucker watching me chew? I don't like him looking deep in my mouth like that. That is weird as hell. Make me not even want my food anymore. Month 4. They're laying down watching a movie together. He has both of her hands in his hands. And he's just thinking like, look at these little hands. Look at these dainty little hands. She has the cutest hands in the world. And then she's thinking, this clammy bitch. How did he even get his hands this wet? Did he wash his hands before he sat down to watch the movie? My hands are soaking wet right now. I am sopping wet. I got a cup of water in my hand right now from his weak fingers rubbing up against my hands. Month 8. Maybe they're on a walk or something. Maybe they're actually able to go out and do a thing. You know, not much is open, but maybe they go to like a froyo place or something. They're eating it together, and he's like, look at the little, ooh. Look at her eating the little froyo. You know what? I can't wait. Tomorrow, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask this beautiful woman to marry me. I'm gonna get down on one knee and ask this angel to make me the happiest man in the world. And then she was sitting there thinking, if his head was just a little lower, I bet I could knock it clean off. I bet I could crack his damn cerebellum if he gave me the chance. Because I should mention, I don't know if I mentioned it up top, but when she hit him in the head with a rock, she didn't pick up the rock. She just had a rock on her, okay? She was just as ready to hit him in the head with a rock as he was to propose. Both just walking all day with a rock in their back pocket, and hers was just bigger. Because I should point out, I wasn't the only one who saw this. You know, with any public proposal, a crowd gathered around. People were awing. People started to clap. This proposal got claps, but it only got 2 claps. Because people saw him kneel, and they even started, they were like, that is so beautiful. We should mind our business. Let's just go.
I don't know if you saw this story. There's a group of Girl Scouts that were outside of a dispensary in Chicago selling Girl Scout cookies. And what hustlers, you know? Like, we've come full circle as a society, because it used to be that kids would walk out of a store and an adult was trying to sell them weed. Now adults are walking out of dispensaries and there's kids like, hey. Hey. I got that good shit. You hungry? Everybody get hungry. You don't want none of this? I got that Thin Mint. I got that samosa. I got that praline. I got that mango cream. I got that shortbread.
I actually got the cops called to my apartment last year because my neighbor thought that I was killing my girlfriend. So I had to explain to the police, not only do I not have a girlfriend, but it's just me in here. Sounding crazy enough to be 2 people. All right? And in my defense, I was losing a fight to a ceiling fan, okay? Let me explain. We've been to the moon, okay? We use a little piece of glass, talk to other people on the other side of the world if we choose. We're about to have self-driving cars, but there is still no clear indication when to stop pulling the drawstring on a ceiling fan, all right? So now I'm chilly. I was warm before, now I'm chilly. I would like the ceiling fan to stop because I'm chilly, okay? And it's just going... So the cops come, right? So the cops come, and they don't arrest me, but they feel real sorry for me.
Like, if they don't fix coronavirus, like if we just live with it forever and then that's it, shaking hands will go away. It'll go away. And when it goes away, for our grandkids, like generations and generations past now, when our grandkids shake hands, that's gonna be like third base. You're gonna have people after dates like, girl, how was it? And she's like, girl, it was towards the end of the day, we ate and, you know, we had a little wine and everything. And then, like, we just shook hands in front of everybody. It was crazy in public. In public? In public. It just felt right that her friend would be like, girl, please tell me you wore a glove. No glove. Girl, no glove, you nasty. I know I'm nasty though.
I've been trying to work out so I can have a man's body. I am a extra medium. I have always wanted to be big, and it did not work out for me. I just want to have those broad shoulders, you know what I mean? Like that, like, you know, like. So I've been working out, but joining a gym is too easy. You know? I just gave them money, and they let me start working out. But I don't know what I'm doing. So now I don't know what I'm doing next to heavy stuff. Nothing changed. I gave you $25. You know, like I was trying to do some deadlifts, just pick it up, put it back down, because build up the legs. Because you don't want to have a ripped up body and tiny legs. And my legs, if I were wearing shorts, you would be distracted, okay? You'd be like, oh, he might be funny, but I can't hear him past the sound of his knees shaking.
So I was trying to do some deadlifts, just pick it up, put it back down, you know. And so I'm standing in front of the bar, but no one even told me that the weight had to be even on each side. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm bent in, got the legs open, and trying to put my back curled, or whatever you're supposed to do. And I'm gripping the weight, I'm trying to psych myself up like I can really lift this weight. And right then, the most beautiful woman walked up next to me. I'm like, now I gotta pick it up. I can't just be like, that's not mine, and then walk away. Like, I gotta at least try to pick it up. So I'm gonna try to pick it up, so like Eye of the Tiger's playing in my head, and like Rocky's behind me with a stroke face, like, you can do it. Like, I feel like I might really be able to pick this up. And so I go to lift it up, and the most unrecognizable sound leaves my body. Because I go to pick it up, and immediately I'm like, I've never in my life made that sound before, but I go to pick it up and I'm like, that's not mine, and I did anyway. I just walked away. And then I tried to redeem myself later by working out next to her like I make that sound all the time. I was just doing curls next to her later, like. Didn't work, she just left. And I want to find out what my line is. I like to just be that dude that was nice to everybody, and then he died. Sounds like a pretty good life. Because I'm a super progressive guy now, but give me 80 years. I'll find a thing. I won't even do it on purpose. I just won't get it, you know? I won't be a bad person. I just won't understand. I don't know what it is now, but it's coming. In fact, I bet I can take a guess at what it is. It's gonna be robots. It will. AI is getting too good. It's not too long before they put it in a body, all right? And then they're just walking around amongst us and everything. And then, years later, my granddaughter brings home a robot to Thanksgiving, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And now I'm that old racist at the table, you know? Nice young man, could be more respectful in my house, right? But I'm sitting there saying all the racist stuff. Lean over to my granddaughter like, you can fuck him, but don't marry him, all right? Grandpa, what? 20 minutes into dinner, I'm like, hey, Siri, pass the salt. Grandpa, what? You can't say that. That's their word, okay? I invent the word. I think I get to say it. Well, hour into dinner. What? So what? Your grandpa like a blender or something? Grandpa, what? His grandfather was a blender, okay? And they kept him in the house, and they worked him to death, and then they threw him out when he got old. Nah, at least he was in the house, you know? Wasn't one of these outside robots. He wasn't like he was a lawnmower or something. He didn't have it that hard. No. Haven't we done enough for you people? Gotta watch you every day. We didn't do anything. I didn't do anything to you. They liked the work. They didn't complain, you know? Now every weekend can't go anywhere without you guys marching. Talking about how bot lives matter, whatever. And then I die and nobody's sad. The thing that I love about telling that joke is that in it, I actually make up a form of bigotry, but this is so Brooklyn, some of you were like, you need to check your organic privilege, all right? Just because he's made at nuts and bolts does not diminish his personhood, all right? I made it up. It's not gonna happen, I promise you.
This is New Orleans, so I know you guys party. Is it just me, or is the mark of a good party always something bad happening? You know, no one's ever like, oh my gosh, that was a great party last night. We all drank just enough, got home safe, and woke up in time for breakfast. That's never the description, ever. It's always like, great party, Bill died. Great party. That's a fantastic party. Somebody need to call Bill Mama, he dead. I'll talk to Bill like that, but great party. The first time I ever went to a fraternity party and a girl twerked on me. I fell down because I wasn't ready. She was just backing up. I had time to bend my knees or catch a wall. It's like, oh! But great party, though.